Hello, welcome to the next episode of the Tech Show with Daryoush. My name is Daryoush, your host, and I'm here tonight with you with Kurt Roskopf
Hello,
from
everybody.
Ability Network, the Global Ability Network. Uh, in the last few episodes, I have talked about a few things that some some of some people asked me to give more explanations about that. The first point, the first thing that I want to talk about is about the Wi-Fi connection and network connection in the at home and in the office. Now that most of the people are working from home, network connection and the security of the network is very important. And if we don't follow the basic security steps, this will make serious security vulnerabilities for for our business. The most important thing that must be considered in the Wi-Fi network connections is the network channels. All the Wi-Fi routers work on different network channels. By default, all of them has a default. Usually, they are set to the auto. But sometimes when there are so many Wi-Fi signals around us, these this auto connection does not work perfect on some routers, and this will make a connection problem that at the same time it creates security vulnerability because in many cases, and usually all the Wi-Fi routers, they, all the routers have a username and password. You can log in to the administration section of the router and do some settings on it for the settings that are usually provided by the internet service provider or the ISP, the password for local network, or changing the IP address of the local network. However, all the routers, all the Wi-Fi routers, they all have usually the username password as admin. And in most cases, by default, the IP address for the local network is the same. And when you want to install it, when your ISP installs your Wi-Fi connection, your router for your network, they must change it and give you a new username and password. But if they don't do these settings either with you or before doing that, and when they deliver the system to you, they don't give this username and password to you. You must try it. Try to check the IP address and username and password, which is usually printed at the back or at the bottom of the router, and try to log in from your browser. Very simple. Just enter the IP address, press enter. If a login page shows up, enter for the username and password admin, and you are on. If you could log in the same way, your network is not secure. You must go to the uh, security section and change the password for the admin. Then you must if you are familiar, if you know how to define a local IP address, do it. Otherwise, don't do it because you may create problems. You may make a mess on your network connection. In any way, if your network connection is good, if your Wi-Fi channel has been selected correct, you must have a connection signal like what you see in this image, the good channel and poor channel. In the good channel, there is only one strong signal, and the poor channel, multiple channels are on the same channel, and they overlap each other, which this makes poor connection, poor connectivity, and network problems. This makes to have interruption in the video streams, or loading a page, web page has a problem. This interruptions, losing errors in sending or receiving emails, and so forth. And if your channel is good, there isn't any overlap or very weak signal, and your signal is very strong, you must not have any uh, network problem. This can be done in very simple way. In the right image in this screen, the channel is set to auto. I changed it from auto to channel 1, which made my connection to be at the highest level of the quality that was possible from the location of my computer and the Wi-Fi router. When it was on the auto, my connection was overlapped with this poor channel, and my signal has very bad. I always had connection problem. But now that I set the router to the channel 1, the connection is strong, stable, without any problem. Another issue that I want to talk to you about tonight is two uh, unpleasant things that happened to one of my friends. And this made me think about it, and something came to my mind to talk to you about it tonight. Uh, for a reason that I don't know what was that, Facebook disabled my friend's account. But this made so many trouble and problems for my colleague. The problem is that, first of all, he cannot access to all his contacts and his uh, images and videos that he had stored for a long time. Another problem was that he logged into so many other websites with the login with Facebook account. And when the Facebook disabled his account, his access to all other websites were disabled. And he lost so many accounts and so many connections, and he had to start from scratch, contact all other his previous contacts one by one, try to find them. Okay, now come, let's connect this to this account. And this is a problem, because sometimes for another person that contacted me last week, a hacker hacked his account, and I received a message from him. I said, why does he asking me such kind of things? Then I heard, then he contacted me on the Skype, and when we were talking by audio and see each other with audio and video, he told me that he does not have access to his account, and the hacker has changed his password. He had so many information about him, and this changed everything. He cannot access to his password, to his account, his password, and he did not enable two-step verification. So there is no way to recover his Facebook account and take control of it, and he didn't know what to do. If such kind of things happens to you, you must contact the Facebook or to the support of the website that such problem has happened for you, and you need to first prove it is you and that account belonged to you and someone else has took the control. They will and cooperate with them, and if they ask you anything, answer them, and this will uh, they will help you recover your account. But it may take some time, but you can recover your account. Another issue another problem that when I asked my colleagues that why do you do like that, they said instead I don't have to take so many passwords, keep them all of them somewhere. Uh, it makes me with one username and password I can log in wherever I want. That was a simple way for creating an account in a website. But the problem is that when you provide such kind of things, that website can take so many information from you, and that maybe you don't know what kind of information they take. Do they take only those information that are required to complete their profile for your profile or something else? It is better to create separate independent accounts, not log in with your Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or another website's account, and uh, be always in the vulnerability and be always vulnerable to the hackers to take. If they hack one account, they can access to all your other accounts. And to prevent the problems of multiple passwords, you can use password managers. The safest way is not to, what I recommend, not to use the online password managers, but the ones that you can install in your computer. They create a database file on your computer. Everything is on your computer. If you want to keep them very secure, you can keep save that database on a USB flash drive, and only when you want to log into to an account, connect the USB flash drive to your computer, open the password manager, open the database, do the login, and then close it. This is the safest way that you can do. The process may look too long, but at least you have all your passwords with yourself, and this is the safest way. And if something happens with one account, your all other accounts are safe instead of losing all your connections to all other websites. These are the most important things that you must consider. And also, please, if you have the option to use the two-step verification, do that. Enable it and verify it. Verify your account, verify your phone number or your email address, so that when something happens, you can recover uh, your account with this type of authentication. Otherwise, you may lose information again. This is something very important that has happened. Another problem, another issue that was announced this week was a mass data leak with the in the hotel industry. Millions of hotel guests worldwide caught up in mass data leak, and because of a cloud misconfiguration in the AWS servers, AWS server of a hospitality software, millions of about 10 million record of the people was stolen. Be always careful on providing information. Try to offer, give them your private information, personal information as minimum as possible. This is the safest way to keep your information protected. Another news is that hackers using Google Analytics to bypass website security and steal credit cards. Researchers reported on Monday that hackers are now exploiting Google Analytics service to stealthily pilfer credit card information from infected e-commerce websites. According to several independent reports from Perimeterix, Kaspersky, and Sansec, the threat actors are now injecting data stealing code in the compromised websites in combination with tracking code generated by Google Analytics for their own account and letting them exfiltrate payment information entered by the user, even in conditions where the content security policies are enforced for maximum web security. This is something serious, and be careful on the providing your card information and using your cards on the websites. And if you have a website that might be vulnerable to this issue, ask your website administrators or your security expert to check everything and make sure your clients' information are safe and secure. Kurt, do you have any question?
Yes, I do. You kind of bring a whole litany of things for people to consider being computer users and this wonderful advantage of being on the internet. And you're talking a lot about vulnerabilities. And as you go through it, it all makes sense. But say you spoke to things that we're not as assured that we're going to go back and know what we need to do. What's the best way for somebody to take an inventory of what they're doing day in and day out with computers and the internet, and to make sure they're not missing something, even in respect to that we heard it in your podcast? How do we get on top of this and make sure, like you showed a graphic on a router. So say
Mhm.
somebody takes that display and they're trying to make that happen on their router, but they're stuck. It's not as simple as looking at your graphic and doing that. How can they get help, and where do they go to have a helping hand to make sure they're taking all the steps you're advising us to do?
Uh, and the software that software that shows the uh, available network channels, Wi-Fi channels, and what is the status of our channel and our Wi-Fi connection. Uh, for the Windows, it's a free app. It is Wi-Fi analyzer, and anyone can go to the Windows store and download it for free. If you have any connect, any problem, any help, you can contact me. My contact information is here. You can contact me and ask me. I will help you step by step what to do and how to configure the connection. But the best way to do these settings is to use a wired connection, not using the Wi-Fi connection, because when you make the change in the Wi-Fi connection, for a minute, your connection is interrupted from one channel to another channel. And this makes you log out from the router's admin panel. But if you are doing this change when you are connected by the wire, these changes does not affect your current wired connection. You can see the problem. You can see the connection, check it, make sure it is working. Then you can disconnect the wire and use the connection, use the Wi-Fi connection.
All right. So Darush, with your show and what you do here at Transforming Media Network, and being on this mass media company's platform, and you're reaching all of us out here. What if somebody is like hearing you talk through these things, and it just gets them bubbling up that they want to share their story, or they know somebody who also does things like you had somebody here from Legal Shield and so forth, and it was an excellent presentation that you had a guest on. So, with the contact information you have here, if we know people who might want to be on the show with you, are you open to that, or how does this show work? How do
Definitely,
we?
definitely, I'm open. Anyone, if you have something to share, contact me. My email address is here, questions@aranet.tech. Contact me. I will make an appointment, talk with you, see what you want to say, what you want to share, and then we can arrange for a recording and make it available to the public. If anyone has any kind of question regarding the uh, website security, network problem, computer performance, network performance, anything, you can feel free to contact me, ask me your questions. I would be glad to help you.
And you were speaking to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so in the social media realm, you're not posting it on this graphic, but you're all over in those places as well. If people are looking on these different social media platforms, they'll find Asgad Security and Arnet and Purple Biz. You're out there in that digital space of social media, right? That people can go those routes too to keep up with you.
Yeah, I'm in all the social media. The contact information on each of them is available on my website, rnetllc.com, and can follow me and be up, keep it, and stay updated with me, with my posts. Uh, if there is anything, uh, usually people ask me uh, some questions. Some of them are not so are general, and everyone may need to. Anyone may have it happen to it come to mind to your mind. I will talk about them in the show, and sometimes questions are so technical, and this is not that much technical show, and this is for the public to give awareness about this is the technology that you are using, and apart from the complexity and technical part, trying to make things as simple as possible to understand. Sometimes I've seen people that do not uh, do not tell their problems, their issues, their challenges, and always have uh, delays, challenges on using the computer, using the internet, and after some time, when they say, okay, I have this problem. Okay, why don't you tell me your problem? The solution is very simple. Do this, do that. You can do this, all of these at the same time with the best performance. If you have any problem, if you think uh, there must be another way to do something, but you don't know what it is, you can ask me, I will help you.
All right. So, to make this all a little bit more personal for you, Darush, you got a few great brands in Arnet, Purple Biz, Asgad, and so there was a day in your life when you at some point in your life you didn't have these brands. You didn't start your companies. You didn't work on a business side like this. And you were just working for other people and doing other things in your life, working with technology tools, computers, mobile devices and stuff like this. And there was something that happened in your life that brought you from just doing it with other people and kind of individualized like this to you decided to start Arnet. You decided to start at, working on Asgad Security. Can you just say real quickly, what was it that prompted you to get into business to serve all of us the way you are right now?
Uh, the purpose of creating Asgard Security was that the website that the school had recommended to my daughter uh, when she was at the second grade or elementary school. The hackers had hacked that website of the children and used a language that we never use that kind of language in our daily talk, and in front of the children we never use that, and it made me very angry that these people have nothing. They don't even think of this is for the children, not an adult. Why did they do that? And for a few days, I was angry with that. Why no one does anything? And at one moment, I told myself, why? Maybe one person must be me. And that's the reason that I started a website security. Took me some time to analyze uh, how usually the hackers act, how they hack a website, the method, the different things. And because of my experience as a network and server administrator, uh, I learned so many things very fast, and I learned things so fast, and started to create a database of malwares, viruses, and algorithms that are used, and uh, tested it on the websites of a web development company in Armenia. At that time, at least uh, every week, 200 websites were hacked, and that gave me a good example and idea of how to test my software and say test my algorithms and debug them. And uh, I started the Asgard Security. Think for a name, and this name came to my mind and started it first for the kids to protect our children, and then say, okay, not just children, the businesses are vulnerable. I saw people that they lost everything because hackers hacked their website, took their client lists and sold them to their competitors, and that person went out of business. I saw these things and I made it available, tried to consider an affordable pricing for the small businesses and home-based businesses, because these are the businesses that are always the target of the hackers, because hackers because the small businesses do not spend any money for their security, and the small businesses do not take security very important, and they usually think that this does not happen to me, I don't have anything important, but they do. So this is how Asgard Security started.
Well, very good. A great service and a lot of wonderful things you gave us in this episode. And we're looking forward to next week to do it again right here in Transform Your Media Network. So, Darush, I think we're at the conclusion of your great tech show of this week. And anything else to sign off for our audience today?
Uh, no, again, I'm saying that if anyone has any question, if anyone needs help, if there is anything that I can help, do not hesitate to contact me. Either go to the aranetllc.com and through the contact page, send me your message or send your messages, emails to questions at aranet.tech, and I will contact you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. And if you have any other questions, email me. If you think you have some uh, topic that are interested to talk to share with the others, leave me a message. I will contact you. And from the hopefully from the next episode, we will have a review about different variations, different releases and distributions of the Linux operating system, the desktop versions, and comparing them with each other and say, okay, this is a new operating system and it is free. Which one is best? Which one is more convenient? Which one is more affordable? Which one is more easier to use? And if you want to switch from Windows or Mac to a Linux, can we do it or not? If yes, what softwares are available? What alternative softwares are available? What can we do and what are the benefits? Be ready for that surprise. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Kurt, for joining. And have a good weekend.
Hi, everybody.